I'm Deborah Ellen, and today we're going to talk about breathing. I'm sure you all have heard how important breathing is in singing. It's vital. It's vitally important. The truth is that our bodies already know how to do this. When we aren't thinking about breathing to sing, we breathe diaphragmatically. That's how our bodies want to breathe. And so we have to translate that sort of natural process of breathing into purposefully breathing for singing. Now, what usually happens with people when they purposefully breathe is they take a breath, not diaphragmatically. And the way you can know that is you're going to feel it more in your chest than in your belly. So we're going to kind of do a few little things here to help you feel the difference between high breathing and low breathing, or chest breathing and diaphragmatic breathing. We're going to start with a high chest breath. And again, this is the one that people usually do when they go to purposefully breathe. So we're going to take a breath up high in our chest, like this, and release. And there's a couple things that I want you to pay attention to. One is, what are you feeling here in your neck and in your chest and in your shoulders when you take a high chest breath? The other thing is, I want you to feel how quickly you lose breath when you start to release it. How long is it going to last for you? So let's do it again. Let's take a breath high into our chest and release. Okay? So likely what you're noticing is that when you take that high breath, you're going to feel some tension in your neck, tension in your chest, tension in your shoulders. You also might notice that when you release the breath, it releases pretty quickly and it doesn't last for very long. Okay, so now we're going to kind of flip it and we're going to breathe low into our bellies and see if it feels different. Now that you can see my belly, we're going to practice this together. Okay, so remember to relax your neck, your shoulders, your chest, all those muscles. Relax them, open your mouth, and let the breath fall in. And in addition to these muscles relaxing, you also need to relax your belly muscles, which is really hard for some of us to do, but you have to do it. So let your tummy pooch a little bit, okay? And then take those breaths in nice and low. Relaxing everything, open your mouth, and let the breath fall in. Watch my belly. See how it's dropping nice and low? That's what we're looking for. So that's a diaphragmatic breath. So now we're going to do that purposefully again. And I want you to pay attention to how your neck feels, how your shoulders feel, how your chest feels, and see if it's any different. Okay? So open your mouth. Now, do you notice when I let the breath out how much longer it lasted? That low diaphragmatic breathing is going to last you a lot longer than the high chest breath. Also, how did your neck feel? Mine felt relaxed, shoulders relaxed, everything was relaxed. So this is super important because for two reasons. One, in order to sustain notes longer, we need a really good balance of low breathing and then good vocal posture. Those two things allow you to sustain notes for a really long time. So if we're breathing high, we can't get that. If we're breathing low, we can. The other thing that's really important about this is that if you notice the difference in the way that you feel here, that high breath creates all this tension. The low breath stays really relaxed. This is where the muscle action happens, is down here. So when you take a low breath, you facilitate that relaxation here without even having to think about it. When you take a high breath, you create tension that you then have to eliminate before you start singing, and that's really hard to do. Now, if you're having trouble breathing low, which sometimes happens for people, it can be difficult to do that on purpose. One of the ways that you can practice it and sort of accomplish it a little bit easier is to lie down on the floor. I know that's weird, but if I could lie down and you could still see me in the camera, I would do it right now. But so lie down You can do this at night before you go to sleep. Lie down, proper grammar, and take a nice slow breath. It's much, much harder to chest breathe when you're lying flat. So practice it that way. Lie down, open your mouth, relax your body, let the breath fall in. Your belly's gonna start moving, okay? And if you feel that happening when you're lying down, then sit up. Try it sitting up. See if it keeps working. If it keeps working, stand up. And just go through that process until you start to be able to purposefully take a low diaphragmatic breath. So let's see how long the breath can last when you take a nice low breath and you've got good healthy vocal balance. Let's try it. Nay, 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 no, 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 ma, 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 no, 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 no. And I'm not even out of air yet. It's amazing how long it can last when you've got a good, low diaphragmatic breath to start with. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed learning about breathing, we have a whole lot more to offer you. So if you'd like to take individual lessons, either with me or one of my associates, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to work with you. We work both in studio and via video conferencing, so anywhere in the world we can help you. Here's our information. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye.